everybody, this is Marcus. We are in 2023 and I want to wish you guys a happy new year. And I hope you guys enjoyed this New Year's Day with your friends and family. And I hope you guys had a chance to see or set off some awesome fireworks. 2023 is going to be an incredible year, you guys. I'm looking forward to it all. We're all in this together. I have so much of my content to share with you guys, and I want to thank you guys so much for your support. I want to thank my day one subscribers who have been riding with me from the beginning. You guys mean so much to me. Thank you guys for sticking with me. And I also want to thank those who are watching my video right now, because you guys play a part in this as well. Because your feedback and your opinions, they definitely mean a lot to me too, because I love engaging with all of you guys in the comment section and my audience as well. Then not to mention being told that I'm underrated. I've been keeping that comment to my heart dearly. Thank you guys so much for even telling me that I'm underrated. It really means a lot to me. I mean, I love talking about what the industry is like. I love sharing my knowledge and my research with you guys. And then, of course, looking at all the other guys, of course, the other YouTubers, and being called that I'm underrated, that means a lot. Now I actually feel like an underdog. Even though I've actually been feeling like an underdog my entire life, but being told that I'm an underdog and I'm underrated definitely means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. And you guys mean a lot to me as well. I love y'all so much. But I do have some breaking news though. It looks like James Gunn is going to continue his crusade by rebooting the DCU by introducing phases. So, I still stand by what I said previously. In my last video, I said if I was in James Gunn's shoes, I would have kept the formula with where it was that was previously built by Zack Snyder. I would not reboot the whole franchise. I would not even recast the actors. I would have just kept the formula where it was, bring in more characters from the DC universe and put them on the live action format and take it from there. We could be getting Superman going up against Mogul. We could be seeing more Darkseid. Everything. I would have just kept the formula right where it was, because there was something wrong, in my opinion. There was something wrong with what Zack Snyder actually had before. Now, even though their films might not have been as up to par as the MCU, it was high hopes, pun intended, to Panic at the Disco. High hopes for a living. But I digress. When James Gunn was announced as co-CEO, along with Peter Safran, to become co-CEO of DC Films, it was high hopes that James Gunn was going to at least elevate DC. It was high hopes at first. Because of his success at Marvel Studios, that was the reason why everybody was so excited, including myself, was so excited that James Gunn was going to go to DC Films and help the franchise, or should I say, pretty much help Marvel's rival. But when it was announced that he was going to do a complete overhaul, it upset a lot of fans. A lot of fans were not happy with that decision, and it was pretty much been a mess since then, though. And then now you're talking about doing a rehaul or an overhaul of what you're going to do for the next few years. It's just going to be just like, what are you going to do with the recast? I think it would have made perfect sense to keep the formula where it was. That way it won't take you that long to pretty much tell a story or to do your phases. I think you could at least keep the phases where they were and built from there. Because honestly, the Synderverse is pretty cool too. And then of course, if you're going to recast the actors because of said age, those guys and girls are not too old to play these characters. They're in their prime and they can still go at it. This introduced more characters into the DCU that we want to see, that we all grew up on, like Plastic Man, Metamorpho. I'll even go as far as to saying the Supernatural, like John Constantine or Etrigan the Demon. Even bringing in Zatanna, even though they're now talking about doing a Zatanna movie under James Gunn's rule. But still, I would just start where it was that Zack Snyder had and built from there, though. It's as simple as that. It shouldn't be complicated, but that's where James is going to stand so far, though. But even though I did mention that Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, and Ben Affleck had a private Zoom meeting, it hasn't been publicized just yet of what they're going to do, but they were talking about suing Warner Brothers because of their contracts. They were still under contract, not to mention that Ben Affleck was actually in the realms of directing a Batman movie too. And then if that's scratch, where are you going to go from there though? So, but anyway, I have more to talk about because Comic Book Cast 2 was talking about the exact same thing. So, he's awesome, by the way. We're going to go ahead and hear him out. So make sure you guys subscribe to Comic Book Cast 2. He's awesome. And before I get started, thank you guys so much for your support. And can you do me a solid? Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and we're going to always keep this thing rolling, you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it.
I guess James Gunn is just going to be the source of all the news himself by not letting rumors run rampant. We previously talked about insiders, and I put that word into quotation marks, saying that an entire phase, possibly the first 5 to 8 years, will be revealed in early 2023. Now James Gunn addresses the amount of projects that are going to get announced, and no, it's not the first 5 to 8 years by the look of it. James Gunn has been making the rounds, replying to fans on social media in regards to various questions, from actors to recastings to firings to, of course, the slate. Now, just recently, he did confirm that him and Peter Safran have officially laid out some sort of slate. We don't know how big it is or anything like that, but then they did reveal following that announcement that it would be revealed next year, early next year specifically. Now, what exactly is early? Again, it could be somewhere within the first 6 months, all things considered. We really don't know, but it's coming. So one fan decided to ask him, how many projects will be announced? And James Gunn's reply was a few. Now, it's more than a couple is 2, a few can constitute anywhere between, let's just say 3, obviously, being the minimum, but few goes up typically up to 10.
Yeah.
I'm personally going to say we can expect maybe 4 to 5 projects. The early projects, the first year and a half, maybe 2 years. Again, they got to be careful. They can't just announce an entire giant slate of everything, because if something doesn't work, then they got to backtrack on it, and then all eyes are on them for not delivering.
That's facts.
Be very careful. I'm guessing you're going to get some basics. The obvious one is Superman, because he confirmed he was writing it. That's an active development, so we're getting a Superman project announcement. And what the other few consist of, you be the guess. Again, there's plenty of things out there. Green Lantern, that would make sense. I mean, who knows if J.J. Abrams or any of his stuff is still involved? What's happening with Constantine? Take a pick. It could exist, could be announced, maybe not. We don't really know. I think the big deal here is the confirmation we are getting announcements. It will be the formation of this new universe and the direction. And I will not be surprised if you see a somewhat mixed bag of, here's your heavy hitters and here's the smaller stuff. Maybe you don't expect it, but this is the plan, and we'll see what happens in the next couple years, because from what we understand, they're going to have to get rolling on these things really quick. Like, quicker than most people expected, because you need to, because they're going to run out of content in 2024. And that's right around the corner. So they got to get the ball rolling on these and get stuff out soon, all things considered. So expect a few projects.
And the thing is, you know what's actually pretty hilarious? The next couple of years, by that time, we'll pretty much be like right in the middle of the multiverse saga and coming, of course, towards Secret Wars. And so Marvel's going to pretty much be killing it on that side, while DC is still going to be trying to climb the ladder, though. So it's like, man, they have some shoes to fill, though. So it's like, man. But, I mean, the way things are going with James right now, I mean, I'll see where it goes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I believe in the process, but however, I think it would have been simple if you just kept the formula where it was and then just built from there. Because like you said, pretty much what someone even told me too, Aquaman, a multi-billion-dollar franchise, one of the most successful superhero films of all time, I mean, they could just capitalize on that. And they kept the universe the way it was. Because you look at Snyder Cut's Justice League, like Martian Manhunter, that was pretty cool. We actually got a chance to see Jon Jones. And then on top of that, Shazam could play a part in this as well. They could have all came together and go up against an intergalactic threat, like for example, Darkseid. And then, of course, being able to explore more of the antimatter equation, which is what Darkseid is so obsessed over. They could have explored that even more as well, though. But, again, we have to just see where it goes. Because the more I talk about it, the more frustrated I get. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, man, if I was in James's shoes, I wouldn't even make that move. I would probably think what the people actually want. So I'm pretty much be like what The Rock will do, is to always think about the people and what they want. Because they're comic book fans. They love Marvel and DC at the same time too, though. So that's pretty much what I would go as. But anyway, like I said, by the time they keep up with all these ideas, especially for the next couple of years, 3, 4, 5 years, I mean, the multiverse saga will pretty much almost be coming close to an end. We've already been done with Secret Wars, and then going up to the next phase in Marvel, so. But anyway, we'll definitely have to see how this is going to go, you guys, because like I said, the more I talk about this, it's like the more complicated and frustrated I get at the same time as well, though. So it's kind of like, man, what are you going to do, you know? Maybe I should change my name to Angry Marcus, like Angry Joe or something like that, you know? Because, like, Joe was livid, and, you know, I know everybody else was livid as well, and I'm one of those guys, so. But like I said, we'll see where it goes, because it would have made so much sense if we just kept the formula where it was. And I had no problems with what Zack Snyder done. He's definitely a good guy, too. And on top of that, his wife was talking about having a meeting with Warner Brothers too. So, we'll just see what the board says and what everyone else is going to say. But it's definitely going to be interesting enough to see where the superhero franchise is going to go. Especially on the DC side for sure, though. But I know Marvel's going to kill it because we got Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out, which is going to start the multiverse saga. And so they're pretty much doing well right now, though. So I know what to expect on Marvel's side for sure, though. But I will say this, though. When Marvel comes out with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, I'll definitely do my review with you guys and take it from there as well, though. So I'll give my insight and my opinions as well, though. But just sticking to the DC topic, man, we're probably not going to get a good DC film until, I guess, the rebooted version, until, like, after the Snyder version. And my thing is like, what's going to happen with Zachary Levi's Shazam? I mean, Zach said in his recent interview that he, of course, is cool with James Gunn, but, like, what are they going to do if they're going to reboot the franchise? Because we got the other Snyder projects coming out now, like Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is, of course, the sequel to the first Aquaman movie. It's like, what are you going to do when those two movies actually do well in the box office? You're just going to skip everything? And see, me personally, I would have at least waited until Aquaman 2 comes out and Shazam Fear of the Gods come out to actually make my decision if I'm going to recast the actors or reboot the franchise or not. I felt as though James made a hasty decision of wanting to fast forward and to make the decision of basically rebooting it so quickly out of sheer panic of, hey, this is what we're going to do, you guys. Hey, we're going to reboot the whole franchise. Just like that. That's how we're going to do it. And you're thinking like, what? Why? What are you going to do that for? Like, seriously? You're going to upset and alienate the entire fan base just by making a hasty decision? When cooler heads prevail, give me a call. Seriously. When that actually happens, at least give me a call. My gosh, just let me run things. Seriously, I can at least do a really great job for sure. I mean, I just speak for the people. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm just speaking for the people, so. But anyway, guys, Happy New Year. Thank y'all so much. 2023 is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing where the superhero franchise is going to go from here. So, but I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Comic Book Cast 2. And of course, for those who are new to my channel, make sure y'all subscribe to me as well. Thank y'all so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Until then, Happy New Year. Enjoy yourselves. Peace, love, harmony, soul, one love. Excelsior, as Stan Lee would say. I'll catch you guys in the next one.